All right, Beneil Dariush, I know that calling people out's not normally your thing, right? But you called out Tony Ferguson and you got the matchup. So what do you think? Is this a new way for you? Is this the new path for you? You got to ask for what you want.
Uh, I guess. I mean, I called out a bunch of people, and Tony was one of them. And shoot, I guess I did call him out. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're right. Dang, I've lost my ways. I don't know. It might be. I might keep doing it. I might not. We'll see. It just depends.
Yeah, I guess calling out is a little bit harsh. You just said, hey, this is a fight that makes sense for me. But it did make sense. And I think that was good because I think you've always been kind of one of those patient people to say, hey, it'll work out the way it should. But you said, look, this is a matchup that makes sense. And it did. So, I mean, I guess, are you proud of yourself in that regard that you said, hey, I'm going to carve out my own path a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for a top five fight for a very long time, and to finally get it, I asked for Chandler, Oliveira, I asked for Tony, and then to finally get somebody was great. And I don't know if it's the call out or if it's the performances, because I was speaking with my manager, and my manager's like, dude, you've been just kind of running through people, so that really helps too. So whatever it is, I'm just grateful at this point to be here because man, it took a minute.
Yeah, no doubt. I was going to ask you if this feels like, I don't know, like the moment, but it does feel to me like, Dana White was mentioning your name. Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, earlier this year when the belt was vacant. He starts rattling off all these names, and they're the names that have been there for a long time. But he definitely threw yours in there as well. I just wondered if maybe that meant something to you as well to say like, hey, they do see me as one of the elite in this division.
That was really cool for me because outside of my fights, he doesn't really mention me. So uh that was kind of a big deal for me. I like that. And as far as the moment goes, it is a big moment, but I feel like God's put so many other big things in my life right now that it's helping me stay humble. I'm gonna have a daughter soon, and there's nothing I can't imagine anything bigger than that right now. That's number one for me.
Yeah, that is life changing and absolutely a blessing. So that's a great thing. So how's that going? Right? I mean, you're in the last kind of months of this pregnancy, right? But also getting ready for the biggest fight of your life. So I'm sure you need to be selfish, but your wife needs to be selfish as well. So how's the balance?
My wife is crazy. All right. So she's great. She does her best, and she gives me a lot of time to train. The problem is, training and cutting weight. I'm just useless. It's really me. It's not her fault. She's stepping up big, and I'm so useless, man. And it sucks because like I'll have two hard practices, and I have to do. I have to go for a walk, and I have to sauna, and I have to all this. I have to do PT stuff just to recover, and my whole day's gone. And she'll look at me and be like, "All right, well, it was nice not seeing you, I guess." And then that's our day. So she's been great. She's been very supportive through the whole thing. But man, after this fight, she needs a lot of attention, and she's gonna get all of it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you're going to want some quality family time. So this fit your schedule, of course, because of what we're talking about, right? You needed kind of a quick turnaround, right, to fit everything in. But I just wonder, as you're in camp, as you're going through this, do you think, okay, this is great, this is a blessing, the schedule worked out? Or do you think, what did I get myself into? Like, I'm run down, I'm on back-to-back camps. Like, this is nuts.
No, it's fine. Ollie called me for June, and I said, "No, I'm not doing it." Because originally I got a call for June, and I don't know who it was for. He's like, "Hey, do you want to fight in June?" I said, "No, June. My baby's coming in June. I'm not even going to try that. I'll do May, and that's the best I can give you. And if not, I'm not fighting till end of the year." And then here we are. We got to fight in May. So it's. I think it's working pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course, you're on the same card as the lightweight title fight. I do wonder, I know you would never wish bad things on anybody. I know that's not who you are, but in the back of your mind, are you maybe getting ready for 5 rounds just in case you have to slip in for an opportunity?
I've been training for 5 rounds. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna. Just in case, I've been training for 5 rounds for sure. Because if you think about it, logically, Tony has 2 losses. He's coming off of 2 losses, so it's going to be hard to give him the title shot. and I'm on a 6-fight win streak, so they could toss me in there if one of them falls out. So I've been training for 5 rounds, and I am ready for 5 rounds.
I appreciate the honesty, young man. That's just smart business, right? You
Yeah,
just got to be ready just in case.
exactly.
Especially in this time of COVID, you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
That
So
that's what I was thinking. But obviously, I don't wish anybody harm. I hope the fight happens, the title fight happens, and I'm gonna get it, man. I want eventually. Everybody's gonna get it. I'm gonna get after all of them.
I like
They can't get away from me.
I like it. You got a lean in that Oliveira Chandler fight. You have an idea how that one's going to play out.
Yeah, early on I was leaning towards Chandler because he has more experience in the 5 rounds. But watching Oliveira lately, I think he has matured a lot. So I'm leaning towards him a little bit more. So I think Oliveira's gonna pull it off, and it's gonna be a finish. If Chandler wins, I think it's more likely to be, I don't know, it might be a finish also because Charles breaks. But I'm leaning towards Oliveira for now. I don't know. That's how I'm going. I'm terrible with this. Normally, whoever I pick, the other person wins.
Hey, it's a great fight, though. I think that's why it's exciting. You laid it out there why both guys have a real chance to win, right? So it's a
Yeah,
fun fight. I mean, you got a lot of talented people in your division.
it's the best division. I always talk about it. I think it's the best division. There's so many scary guys in our division.
No question about it. So talk about Tony Ferguson. I mean, how do you get ready for a guy like this, right? I mean, obviously it's crazy, right? Because we've seen him fight forever, but it just you never feel like you know exactly what you're going to get. And I don't know that anybody does exactly what he does. So what have you been doing in terms of preparing specifically for Tony Ferguson?
The awkwardness of Tony cannot be replicated. So I've been just focusing on fundamentals, fundamentals, and fundamentals. If I could just stay clear with my fundamentals, I'm hoping everything's going to be fine. But man, the more I watch him, I'm like, the more I think to myself, there really isn't one thing I can train for that he does consistently. So I'm I'm kind of just ready to get in there and mix it up. That's all I can think about. If things get if things gets crazy, you just have to be ready to get crazy with them. You can't be like, I can't do this or I can't do that. You can't be scared to play his game. So if you have to, you got to do that. But ultimately, you want to bring it back into your own territory and don't allow him to control the rhythm.
Are we going to pretend like you're not going to get a fight of the night bonus, or are we just chalking it up and being like, bro, this is you and Tony Ferguson. It's probably going to be fight of the night.
I don't know. I keep telling you, man, I'm not chasing these bonuses. I'm not chasing these bonuses, but you know what it is? Work so hard in camp. We train so hard. And then I'm not very emotional most of the time, but by the time I get to the fight, I'm just ready to let it all go. And I'm just all the stress of life. I'm just ready to leave it in that octagon. So it's that's why we're seeing so many bonuses, and it might happen again because this camp has been very tough, very very tough.
I was going to ask you. I mean, I know it's an individual sport, and I know it's about the effort you put in, but the team is having a lot of success right now. I mean, it seems like there's big things happening around the gym right now. Does it feel like a special time in the gym? Yeah. Are you taking some motivation or some energy off what's happening around you?
It's crazy because Marvin was supposed to fight Till. He's like, hey, can you spar with me, Southpaw? I'm like, I don't really want to, but okay, let's spar. So I'm like working with Marvin. He's like, can you wrestle with me? Yeah, we can wrestle. I've been wrestling with Marvin before I really started my camp. And then after that, I jump into my camp, and then I see Calvin get the fight. And honestly, man, little things, little details he could have just made adjustments on, and I think that fight would have been so different. So it's and then Giga's coming up, and we have so many guys you guys don't even know about yet. I have kids that I think are going to be future UFC champions. I got like 18, 19-year-olds. I got 17-year-olds that are kicking my butt in MMA and wrestling. So it's our camp's looking really good right now. It's incredible. I just like being in the fire, and I appreciate all these guys because they bring the fire.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You guys, the whole team's doing great things. And Kelvin, man, Kelvin, it was amazing. I mean, that guy, he's always going to be in a great fight. You know, Rob Whittaker, you just got to give him credit. But Kelvin, look, I thought he looked great, man. And I thought he's gonna give anybody a fight that he ever faces.
Yeah, so I thought he looked really good too in terms of his hand speed. His hand speed looked fine. His head movement was okay as well. He wasn't making too many mistakes. He was faking. He was tossing fakes in there. The one thing that I was hoping he would do was be on the outside of Whitaker, Southpaw Orthodox. You know, be on the outside. Your leading leg should be on the outside. I wish he did that a little bit more. And then number two that I really was hoping to see was you you can't expect to Whitaker, the way he moves in and out, it's hard to time and, like, for example, to get a slip and rip or whatever. Sometimes it's a lot easier to just go at the same time. So I was hoping he would look to counter at the same time, especially being shorter. Calvin could have had an advantage in that. So that was another thing I was hoping to do, but we didn't see enough of, and I think could have made a big difference. So those two things, and like you said, though, Calvin, he's right there. He's right there. He's literally right there with the best of them, and he could beat anybody on any given day. He just has to show up.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's incredible. Those tiny little details that you have to get just right in a cage fight. You know, it's pure chaos, but you got to get those little details just right.
Yeah, getting your emotions under control, remembering the game plan. Oh my gosh, man, remembering the game plan. That seems to be my enemy right now. Just remembering the game plan, and there's so much. Just not letting the crowd or the lack of a crowd affect you. So there's a lot.
Yeah. The did you watch this past weekend and soak in
Oh,
the
so
atmosphere a
good.
little bit?
It
So
was
what's
so
what
good.
I was gonna say? Did that give you goosebumps? Because here's what's happened to me. I was there, and I've gotten used to no crowd. I mean, as you have, right? We've all gotten
Yeah.
used to it. And we're like, yeah, it's not that bad. You know, there's some positives even. You can hear your team, you can hear things. But then you get in there and it's just like, oh, I forgot what this is like. Like, this is amazing. So talk to me about that. How are you feeling about the crowd being back in the building?
I love the no crowd. I'll be honest with you. I really love the no crowd. But oh man, Jacksonville was special. Like, you could see how the crowd affected the fights, the energy they brought in. And the last time the crowd was there, I had the comeback of the year. So maybe I'm gonna need the crowd this fight too.
I like it. I like it. Well, look, talk to me about your path, Beneil, because as you said, big moment, top five opponent. I mean, everything is right there. However, I will say, if Conor McGregor finds a way to beat Dustin Poirier, he's Conor McGregor, right? I mean, he gets to call his shots. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. He gets to call his shots. He's the biggest star in the sport. But on the other hand, that kind of works out okay for you, right? Because you're going to need a little time off. So how do you see your path? I mean, I know you want to get to that title. You win this, you're in a fantastic position. You're probably on the outside looking in, especially if Conor wins. But does that seem to work out maybe even better for you because you want a little time off for the kid?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's gonna be next for me, but the timeout and just being able to look from the outside to the division and kind of figuring out, it's going to be very helpful. I think it would be very helpful. Let's say none of these guys have a fight right now. You could easily, you would say Justin Gaethje's ahead of me. Even if I beat Tony, Justin Gaethje's
True.
ahead because he already beat him as well. You got Dustin Poirier ahead of me, and Connor is just Connor. So well, I don't want to say he's ahead of me, but Connor is Connor. It is what it is. So I get it. I got those three guys, and having some time off after this fight, it'll help me to kind of look and see what the landscape's like. And I think Justin will probably compete before I go again. I would assume, and then see what they do with these matchups, and if the champion's gonna defend before the end of the year. So there's a lot there, and I want to see how it plays out.
Yeah, no doubt. I think Connor could call out Francis Ngannou and probably get him if he just said.
You might, you might totally be right, but here's what I will tell you: they better just don't call me for the next 6 months after this fight. 6 months? Yeah, about 6 months. I'm thinking like December would be a good time for me.
That'd
Just
be great. Yeah.
yeah, good enough. Spend some time with my daughter, and then and then they can have whatever they want.
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, big moment. I know you're wrapping up training, so I won't keep you too long. But let me just ask you, I guess, what's the goal here? I mean, like you said, I mean, you got big things going on in your personal life. You're going to take 6 months, so are you hoping to make some kind of a statement? Are you hoping to do something special that people are calling for you to get some kind of big shot, or is this more just, hey, let's keep that win streak going and enjoy the family time, and we'll check in with you in December and see what's going on?
So the belt for me isn't like in something that like just, oh, I have to have it. It's more like, how do I explain it? It represents the hard work I put in, and I've been given these God-given talents. I don't want to waste them. So to chase the belt is a way to show that I'm not wasting my talents. I'm putting them to good use. So with that being said, I'm never going to get close to the belt, especially with my personality, without some statements. Every one of my fights has been a statement, and I kept thinking I'm going to get a top 10 or top 5 for a while, and it never happened. So until now. So statements have to be made for me. I can't go out there and have a lackluster performance, even a win, if it's lackluster, and expect much. So I'm going to step out there and just go for the usual, I guess.
So no trash talking to get yourself to the belt, man.
No trash talking, but man, it's gonna get wild in that octagon. I get that feeling. I don't know if you're getting that feeling, but I'm getting that feeling. I just feel like it's gonna get crazy. I think Tony's gonna be a little tentative after his 2 fight losses, but after the first round, he's gonna be just regular Tony.
I can't wait for it, man. And I don't care what you say. I got fight of the night penciled. I got penciled right next to it. Potential fight of the night.
I would prefer performance of the night, but I'll take either one.
Awesome. All right, Beneil. Well, I'll let you get back to it. Finish up your training, and we'll see you down in Houston.
Thanks, brother. Take care.